Level up your career and money, skill stacking, career development, and the new rules of earning more. The truth nobody tells you. Most people think career growth is a ladder. You start at the bottom. You climb rung by rung. You wait your turn. You hope someone notices. But that model is outdated. Today, the fastest path to more money isn't working harder. It's not even working smarter, the way people usually mean it. The fastest path is becoming more valuable in a way the market can't ignore. And here's the uncomfortable truth. You don't get paid what you need. You get paid what you can negotiate, what you can produce, and what you can replace yourself with. If your work is easy to replace, your income will always feel capped. If your skills make you harder to replace, if you can solve problems other people can't, your income expands. And the best part? You don't need to be a genius. You don't need to be born into connections. You don't need a perfect degree. You need a strategy. This audiobook is that strategy. We're going to build your career and money plan around three core ideas: skill stacking, career leverage, and income expansion. By the end, you'll have a blueprint you can follow for the next 12 months to level up your career and your money without gambling your future on luck. Let's start with the foundation. Chapter 1: The New Rules of Getting Paid. People love to say, follow your passion. That's not a plan. That's a poster. A plan is understanding how money actually moves. Here's the simple version. Money flows toward value. Value means solving a painful problem, saving time, saving money, increasing revenue, reducing risk, or improving outcomes. If you can clearly explain how your work does one of those things, you become promotable, hireable, and negotiable. If you can't explain it, you become a nice person who works hard. Hard work is respected, but the market rewards outcomes. So, step one is upgrading your thinking from I'm busy to I'm valuable. Now, let's define value in a way you can use. The four value drivers. If you want to earn more, you must increase at least one of these: revenue, efficiency, risk reduction, or quality. If you're in sales, revenue is obvious. If you're in operations, efficiency is obvious. If you're in compliance, risk reduction is obvious. If you're in a creative role, quality is obvious. But you can connect almost any job to these four drivers. Say you're an assistant manager. Old framing. I schedule staff and handle inventory. New framing. I reduced stockouts by 30%, improved scheduling efficiency, and increased customer satisfaction, which raised repeat visits. One is a task list, the other is a value statement. The second one gets raises. The currency of careers. There are two currencies in careers: results and trust. You can have massive talent, but if people can't trust you, you won't rise. You can be extremely reliable, but if you don't produce results, you'll plateau. Your goal is to become high trust, high results. That combination prints opportunities. So from this point forward, we're going to build your next level around a simple identity. I solve valuable problems consistently. Now, how do you become someone who solves valuable problems? You build a stack. Chapter 2: Skill Stacking. How average people become unfairly valuable. Skill stacking is the cheat code, not because it's easy, but because it's clear. You don't need to be the best in the world at one thing. You need to be very good at a combination of skills that together become rare. If you're a 7 out of 10 in one skill, you're replaceable. If you're a 7 out of 10 in three complementary skills, you become hard to replace. That's the stack. The three layers of a strong stack. A powerful stack usually has three layers: a core skill, a leverage skill, and a modern edge. Examples: an accountant plus storytelling with numbers plus automation tools. A project manager plus stakeholder communication plus data dashboards. A real estate agent plus video marketing plus AI-driven lead systems. Customer support plus process improvement plus CRM mastery and automation. A tradesperson plus business operations plus local SEO and content. None of those require you to be the best. They require you to be intentional. The most valuable leverage skills. If you want skills that increase your income across almost any industry, start with sales and persuasion, communication, problem solving, leadership, and data literacy. These are leverage skills because they travel well. A person who can communicate clearly and solve problems will win in almost any room. The fastest stack for most people. If you don't know what to choose, here's a stack that works for almost anyone: communication, data basics, and automation or AI tools. That stack makes you the person who can understand the problem, explain it, measure it, and improve it with tools. That's a career rocket. Now you might be thinking, okay, but where do I start? Let's build your plan. Chapter 3. The 12-month Level Up Plan. Most people drift. They learn random things, watch random videos, and hope it turns into money. We're not doing that. We're building a 12-month plan with phases. Phase 1. Pick a direction in weeks 1 to 2. Choose one. Grow where you are, switch lanes, or stack and monetize. Then audit pay, repeated skills in job descriptions, and tools mentioned. That becomes your curriculum. Phase 2. Build the stack in months 1 to 4. Choose one core skill to deepen, one leverage skill to sharpen, and one modern edge to learn. One stack, one season. Phase 3. Prove it publicly in months 5 to 8. The market doesn't pay for hidden potential. It pays for proven ability. Create proof, portfolio, case studies, measurable wins, documented projects. Phase 4. Convert proof into income in months 9 to 12. Negotiate a raise. Apply to better roles, freelance or consult. Build a paid offer, ask for referrals, and create a pipeline. Chapter 4. The daily system that makes you richer. Forget motivation. You need a system. Aim for 5 hours a week of skill building. Consistency beats intensity. Use the learn, build, share loop each week. Learn one concept, build one small project, share one output. Share doesn't have to mean posting online. It means creating proof. Keep a weekly career journal. What did I do that saved time or made money? What problem did I solve? What result can I quantify? What did I learn? This becomes your raise request later, your resume, and your confidence. Chapter 5. Negotiation. How to get paid without feeling weird. Negotiation isn't confrontation. It's a conversation about value. Strong negotiation is built on data, proof, outcomes, and a plan. Use the RAISE formula: evidence, impact, and future. Script. Over the last time period, I've done X, Y, Z. That led to measurable outcomes. I'd like to talk about adjusting my compensation to reflect that value. Going forward, I'm prepared to own new responsibilities and continue improving key metric. If they say no, ask what you need to accomplish in the next 60 to 90 days to justify it. If they can't give you a scoreboard, your leverage may be external offers. Markets reprice talent faster than companies do. Chapter 6. Career Development. Building a reputation that opens doors. There are people who do what they're told, and people who solve problems before they're asked. The second group gets promoted because they make leadership's life easier. Adopt an owner mindset. Focus on outcomes, propose solutions, execute, and report results. Once a month, create a one-page win report. Problem, action, result, next step. This makes you visible without being loud. Build relationship capital by being helpful and consistent. Reach out weekly to one person and ask, what's one skill that made the biggest difference in your career? You learn faster and build a network naturally. Chapter 7. Income. Expansion. How to build multiple streams without burning out. You don't need 10 streams. You need one main income and one growing option. The best early side income is skill-based because you earn money and build proof. Communication stack ideas. Resume writing, LinkedIn optimization, copywriting, email marketing, scripting videos, data stack ideas, dashboards, reporting, systems, AI stack ideas, workflows, content systems, SOPs, automations. Start with a small offer. One clear problem, one clear outcome, one clear price. Don't scale first. Get 3 clients. 3 clients teaches you what people want, what they'll pay, how to deliver, and how to communicate value. Chapter 8, How to Switch Roles Without Starting Over. If you've ever looked at a job posting and thought, I could do that, but I don't have the experience, you're not alone. Most people assume a career switch requires starting from zero. It doesn't. The secret is learning how to translate your experience into the language of the new role. Companies don't hire backgrounds, they hire solutions. They hire someone who can reduce pain, increase output, and make the team stronger. So your goal is to prove you can do that, even if your title has never said it. Start by identifying the overlap. Nearly every role shares transferable skills: communication, organization, problem solving, managing time, working with people, working with numbers, and learning tools. Your task is to connect your past actions to the outcomes the new role needs. That's why we build proof. Proof is the bridge between I want to and I can. The way you switch roles is not by claiming potential, it's by showing evidence. Evidence can be a project, a case study, a portfolio, a volunteer result, or a measurable improvement you created in your current job. The job posting is not just a list of requirements, it's a list of problems. Read it like a detective. Every bullet point is a pain the company wants to remove. When they say, must be able to manage stakeholders, they mean, we have misalignment and conflict, and we need someone who can create clarity. When they say, must be data-driven, they mean, we're making decisions based on opinions and it's costing us. When they say, must be able to execute cross-functional projects, they mean, we're losing time because departments don't coordinate. Your goal is to show you can solve those pains. So here's the role switch formula. Step 1. Pick your target role and gather 10 job descriptions. Step 2. Highlight repeated skills and tools. Step 3. Choose a small project that demonstrates those skills and tools. Step 4. Document the project as a case study. Step 5. Apply with a resume and story that matches the language of the job descriptions. This is how you become experienced, faster than waiting years. Because experience is not time. Experience is proof of capability. Chapter 9, Interviews. How to sound confident without faking it. Interviews are not tests of perfection. They're tests of clarity and trust. The interviewer is thinking, can I trust this person to solve problems with us? Confidence comes from structure. When you have a structure, you don't ramble. When you don't ramble, you sound capable. The simplest structure for interview answers is called situation, action, result, lesson. Situation, what was happening. Action, what you did. Result, what changed. Lesson, what you learned and how it applies. Use this structure even for simple questions. Tell me about yourself is not your life story. It's your value story. Here's a clean script. I started in industry role. Over time, I became strong at core skill. Recently, I've focused on leverage skill modern edge to increase my impact. The type of problems I solve best are 2 problems. That's why I'm excited about this role, because it needs those problems solved. That answer makes you sound like you belong. Now, the most important interview question is usually hidden. The question is, can you communicate clearly? Because most workplace pain comes from unclear communication. So practice speaking in short, strong sentences. Use numbers when possible. Replace vague claims with proof. Don't say, I improved performance. Say, I reduced turnaround time from 5 days to 2. Don't say, I'm a hard worker. Say, I consistently delivered ahead of deadline and owned the reporting process. When they ask about weaknesses, do not self-sabotage. Choose a weakness that is real, but actively improving, and connect it to a solution. I used to take on too much myself. I've improved by building better systems and communicating priorities earlier. That shows maturity. When they ask, why should we hire you? You don't beg. You summarize. You should hire me because I'm high trust, I learn quickly, and I can solve two pains. Here are two examples of results I've delivered, and I'm excited to bring that same approach here. That's it. Interviews are not about being impressive, they're about being clear, calm, and useful. Chapter 10. The Skill Stack Menu for Career and Money. Let's make skill stacking even more practical. Below are stacks you can choose based on what you want. Each stack has a core, a multiplier, and a modern edge. Stack 1, Business Operations Stack. Core, Operations, Scheduling, Logistics, Process Management. Multiplier, Communication and Project Management. Modern edge, Dashboards, Automation, SOPs, AI workflows. This stack is valuable because every company has chaos. You become the person who turns chaos into systems. Stack 2, Sales and Growth Stack. Core, Sales, Lead Generation, Customer Experience. Multiplier, Persuasion and Storytelling. Modern Edge, CRM Mastery, AI Outreach Tools, Content Systems, Analytics. This stack is valuable because it connects directly to revenue. Stack 3, Data and Decision Stack. Core, Reporting, Analysis, Spreadsheets. Multiplier, Business Understanding and Presentation. Modern Edge, Dashboards, Automation, Basic SQL or BI tools, AI-assisted analysis. This stack is valuable because companies drown in data, but starve for insight. Stack 4, Creator to Cash Stack. Core, Content Creation, Editing, Writing, Video. Multiplier, Marketing Strategy and Persuasion. Modern Edge, AI-assisted scripting, repurposing systems, SEO, analytics. This stack is valuable because attention is currency and content becomes distribution. Stack 5, Leadership Stack. Core, your job skill in any field. Multiplier, Coaching, Feedback, Influence, Conflict Resolution. Modern Edge, Performance Systems, Measurement, Team Workflows, Communication Rituals. This stack is valuable because leaders multiply teams. Stack 6, Tech-Adjacent Stack for non-tech people. Core, your current role. Multiplier, Process and Communication. Modern Edge, tools like Airtable, Notion, Zapier-style automation, AI tools, and simple data tracking. This stack is valuable because you don't need to code to create leverage. You need to understand workflows and tools. Pick one stack. Commit to it for one season. Your income changes when your value becomes obvious. Chapter 11. Personal brand without being cringe. A personal brand is not flexing. A personal brand is clarity. It's what people think of when they hear your name. Most people already have a brand. It's just accidental. Your goal is to make it intentional. In career and money, a simple personal brand gives you leverage. It attracts opportunities. It makes referrals easier. It makes negotiating easier. And it can be built quietly. Start with one idea. I document what I'm learning and what I'm building. That's it. Your brand is proof in public. If you don't want to post on social media, you can still build a brand through your resume, your portfolio, your conversations, your consistency, and your relationships. But posting can help. If you do post, keep it simple. Share lessons from projects. Share frameworks. Share results. Share what you learned. Don't posture. Be useful. Here's a clean posting format. Here's the problem. Here's what I tried. Here's what worked. Here's what I'd do differently. That's valuable content. The platform doesn't matter as much as the proof. LinkedIn works for career opportunities. YouTube works for authority. A simple website works for portfolios. The biggest mistake is waiting until you feel ready. You become ready by building in public. And you don't have to post daily. Once a week is enough. Consistency beats volume. Think of your personal brand like a resume that updates itself. Chapter 12, How to Build a Portfolio Even If You're Not Creative. Many people hear portfolio and think of designers, photographers, or video editors. That's not what we mean. A portfolio is simply evidence of your capability. If you work in operations, your portfolio can be a process improvement write-up, an SOP you created, a dashboard you built, a before and after workflow, a scheduling system, or a time-saving automation. If you work in sales, your portfolio can be a lead pipeline you improved, a script you wrote, conversion improvements, a deal you closed, or a case study. If you work in management, your portfolio can be a team system you implemented, a training plan, performance improvements, onboarding frameworks, or a conflict resolution case study. If you work in customer support, your portfolio can be a ticket reduction system, an FAQ redesign, a customer satisfaction improvement, or an escalation process. A portfolio doesn't need private company info. You can anonymize. You can use percentages. You can recreate the structure with fake data. The goal is to show thinking and outcomes. A strong case study is usually one page. Title, context, problem, action, result, what you learned. Make 3 case studies and you will be more prepared than most applicants. The market rewards proof. Proof beats claims. Chapter 13. The 12-month checklist. Exactly what to do. Here's your blueprint, step by step. Month 1. Choose your target role or promotion path. Gather 10 job postings. Identify the top 5 repeated skills and top 3 tools. Choose your stack. 1 core, 1 leverage, 1 modern edge. Set your schedule. 5 hours weekly. Month 2. Begin building. Learn 1 concept weekly. Build 1 small project weekly. Document it. Start your proof folder. Month 3. Create 1 internal win at work. Find a recurring problem and propose a simple fix. Measure before and after. Write your 1-page win report. Month 4. Build your first case study. Create a second. Ask for feedback from a mentor or someone experienced. Month 5. Start visibility. Share your case study privately or publicly. Update your resume with measurable outcomes. Write your value sentence. Month 6. Start networking with purpose. 1 conversation weekly. Ask what skills matter. Keep notes. Month 7. Build a bigger project. Something that takes 2 to 4 weeks. Document it cleanly. Month 8. Create your portfolio page or document. Organize proof into 3 case studies and 1 skills section. Month 9. Begin income conversion. If you're staying at your job, schedule a raise conversation using evidence, impact, and future responsibility. If you're switching, apply with a tailored resume and portfolio. Month 10. Interview practice. Record yourself answering common questions with structure. Improve clarity. Month 11. Negotiate. Use market research. Use proof. Ask for what you're worth. Month 12. Stabilize and expand. Once you land a better role or raise, don't stop. Keep building your stack, keep documenting wins, and keep creating options. This is how your income compounds. Chapter 14. How to stay consistent when life is busy. Most people don't fail because they're incapable. They fail because they're inconsistent. Inconsistency comes from unclear priorities and emotional thinking. The fix is building a small routine that doesn't require motivation. Choose a time window and protect it. Even 20 minutes a day creates progress. You don't need perfect weeks. You need never miss twice. If you miss a day, return the next day. If you miss a week, return next week. The goal is momentum. Also, stop trying to do everything. Build 1 stack. Build 1 proof project at a time. Build 1 relationship at a time. Your career is not a sprint. It's a compounding game. and compounding requires consistency. A simple mantra: I build skills, I build proof, I build options. Repeat that long enough and your life changes. Chapter 15: The Identity Shift. Becoming someone who earns more. The final upgrade is identity, because once you adopt the identity, your actions become easier. People who earn more don't have a different personality. They have a different relationship with value. They think in outcomes, they take responsibility, they learn continuously, they document proof, they negotiate calmly, they build options, they treat their career like a business. And the business is you. That doesn't mean being cold. It means being strategic. You don't wait for permission to improve. You improve and then you get paid for it. You stop asking, what do I deserve? And you start asking, what value can I prove? Because proven value is undeniable. It travels across companies. It travels across industries. It builds confidence. It builds income. Your next 7 days. Let's make this real. Over the next 7 days, do these steps. Day 1, write your value sentence. I help who achieve outcome by method. Day 2, choose your stack. Core, leverage, modern edge. Day 3, gather 10 job descriptions and highlight repeated skills. Day 4, pick one small project you can build in 1 week. Day 5, build it. Day 6, document it as a case study. Day 7, share it with someone, your manager, a friend, a mentor, or your proof folder. That's it. Don't overcomplicate. Your future income is built on simple actions repeated. You don't need a miracle. You need momentum. And momentum starts now.